a couple cases from Christmas, and so I wanted to approach him the bond
Where is he?
in custody.
Oh, they picked him up.
Yes.
Welcome back to another jaw-dropping courtroom case. Today, we're diving into the story of Porter Powell, a man who's been given chance after chance by the justice system, only to find himself right back in custody just days after his release. From mental health diversions to Christmas Day arrests, explosive outbursts in the courtroom, and threats involving life and death. This case has it all. The judge is trying everything to help him. But is Powell ready to accept that help? Or is the system failing him? Stick around because this one gets intense. Let's get into it.
Oh, man.
And Judge, who is this?
Potter.
Powell.
I'm sorry, Powell. The new cases are not the ones from there.
No.
He picked up two new cases.
Yes, he picked up two new cases.
Right. Remember, this is the gentleman that we got. He got really upset because one of the lawyers didn't appear, made statements, and nothing ever happened with that. But now he's picked up two new cases.
Yes, it was the terroristic threat and the criminal trespass.
Have you been able to speak with him, Shreya?
Haven't I tried calling back there? I think it's just been busy today.
See if she wants to try to call right now.
You want to try to call now? You want me to ring him out?
No, how about I try to call him and then I'll pop back in, or I'll message when I'm done.
All right.
Be
Do
good.
that, and then when you're ready, let me know.
Thanks, Judge. I'm thinking that I am going to waive a bail hearing. However, do you want to bring him out and admonish him, because I can't get a straight answer on waiving a bail hearing? Or I can just request one and you can,
No, let's bring him out.
Okay. And then I did do a competency request, and since we were doing the mental health PTI, I got him released, sent him to the diversion center. It looks like that wasn't quite effective. And so if his bond stays as is, I can contact Helena to do the
Well, hold on. Hold on.
All right, let's pause here for a second because there's a lot happened behind the scenes. Porter Powell isn't a first-time offender. He's already been to the Mental Health Pretrial Intervention Program, known as PTI. This is a diversion program designed to help individuals with mental health issues get treatment instead of incarceration. The judge previously released him to a diversion center, hoping he'd get the help he needed. But clearly, something went wrong. Now he's facing two brand new charges: terroristic threat and criminal trespass. The defense attorney is struggling to even get in touch with him to discuss waiving a bail hearing. And here's the kicker. The judge is trying to figure out if sending him back to the same facility is even a good idea, especially since these new charges reportedly happen at a church. The system is trying to help Powell, but is he cooperating? And more importantly, what happened on Christmas Day that landed him back in custody? Let's keep watching.
I don't know anything about where was the trespass, where was the terroristic threat. Well, hold on, let's do it with him out here so you can hear it.
okay.
But I don't know anything about the new cases, and if it was at the facility where he was supposed to be, is it a good idea to have him go back?
It does look like it was at a church.
At a church?
Trinity Lutheran.
What? Well, that sucks. It sucks.
Nice outfit, Judge.
Mr. Powell?
This is Stefan Ford.
Are you sure? It looks different.
He does.
You shaved the beard.
Yes, sir.
You look so much younger. Really? Hi, Mr. Powell. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Unfortunately, in these circumstances, we had you go to the facility at the Ed Emmett.
The jail diversion.
Right, but
I've been there before and I completed it. I've been
So-
there back in, I want to say, 2022, and from the court number 4. and I stayed there 14 days, and they sent me to a church program, and I didn't like it. I don't believe in God. I know who created me. I don't have to believe in God because I know who created me, and I don't want to disrespect you by telling you that.
Well, let's hold on, because I don't know what happened on the new cases. So give me a second. Let me have them read out what happened on the new cases so we can see how to go forward, because I don't even know where the new cases happened.
Did you catch that? Powell just revealed something crucial. He's been through this before. He completed a 14-day program back in 2022 and was sent to a church-based program, which he rejected because of his personal beliefs. He's making it clear he doesn't believe in God and doesn't want religion forced on him. Now, here's where it gets complicated. The judge is being incredibly patient, but Powell's refusal to engage with faith-based programs might be limiting his options. And honestly, can you blame him? If you don't align with the program's philosophy, how effective can it really be? But at the same time, the court is trying to find solutions, and Powell needs help. The question is, should the justice system rely so heavily on religious programs for rehabilitation? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's hear what actually happened on Christmas Day.
On December 25th, officers were dispatched to a trespasser call at Trinity Lutheran Church in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, officers observed the defendant sitting on the steps of the church, screaming obscenities and causing a disturbance. Complaining witness, a security guard employed by the church, advised officers that the defendant came to the church asking for food. When the complaining witness informed the defendant they were not giving out food that day and directed him to 2 nearby locations instead, defendant became belligerent. Complainant stated the defendant threatened him, stating, "I see you don't have a gun, so if we fight, I'm going to kill you." As the defendant was threatening complaining witness, defendant was moving towards him in a fighting stance, causing complainant to feel fear of imminent danger. Complainant stated he told defendant 3 times to leave the location, but defendant refused.
Wow. Just wow. Let's break this down, because this is serious. On Christmas morning, Powell showed up at Trinity Lutheran Church asking for food. The security guard told him they weren't handing out food that day and directed him to other nearby locations. But instead of leaving, Powell became belligerent, started screaming obscenities, and then allegedly threatened the guard, saying, "I see you don't have a gun, so if you fight, I'm going to kill you." He then moved toward the guard in a fighting stance, making the guard fear for his safety. This isn't just disorderly conduct. This is a terroristic threat charge, which is a serious felony. The guard told him 3 times to leave, but Powell refused. So now we have someone who was just released from a mental health diversion program days earlier, back in custody for threatening violence. The judge has every right to be concerned. Is Powell a danger to himself and others? And what happens next?
What would you like to do, Shreya?
Well, Judge, my understanding from speaking with Mr. Powell right now is that he's okay keeping the bail as is. And so he's waiving a bail hearing. Is that right, Mr. Powell? I just want to make sure.
But that's wrong.
Do you want to go back to the Ed Emmett place?
Yes, sir.
You want to try to see?
Medication. So I can get my medication.
You-
Because
it doesn't matter. I just want to know if you want to do that.
yes, sir.
We can try to make it work.
Yes, sir.
Is that
Okay.
something you can do?
So a couple things. To do that, we would have to go through Brad Morse for the mental health, see if Brad even wants to offer that. Then I'd have to get a PR bond with the condition that he gets released there again.
Sure.
And so
Do you know how long that program is, Shreya?
So Judge, it actually could be 10 minutes or it could be 2 weeks. It just depends on the nature of how long they decide to keep him there. It looks like this time they kept him from the 18th until Christmas. I believe he was released on the Christmas Eve. And then this case occurred Christmas morning at about like 7 or 8 a.m.
Okay. So let's see if we can try to make it work. I need a little bit of time.
You know what? The devil created me, and I know that devil.
I don't believe that for a second.
Trespassing my creation, my creator's creation. So fuck you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Bell.
And there it is. Powell just completely lost it in the courtroom after the judge and his attorney are trying to work out a plan to get him back into a mental health program, even offering him medication and another chance at the diversion center, Powell suddenly shouts, "The devil created me, and I know that. So bleep you." This is exactly why the judge is so concerned. Powell clearly needs help, but his outbursts and refusal to cooperate are making it nearly impossible for the system to help him. The attorney mentions that the last time Powell was in the program, he was there from December 18th until Christmas Eve, then got arrested on Christmas morning just hours after his release. That's less than 24 hours of freedom before he's back in custody. The judge is being incredibly patient here, but how many chances can one person get? And more importantly, what kind of intensive long-term program does Powell actually need? Let's see how the judge responds.
Try to see if we can make it work.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
reach out to Brad. And if that, I think we may need something even more intensive, longer lasting. So
Yes,
reach
I
out to
agree.
Brad, see if there's something more intensive and longer lasting. And then I guess today's Monday, you want to set it for maybe Thursday?
Yes, is that the second judge?
Yeah. You okay
Yes.
with that?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I'll reach out to him right now and I'll get on it.
And then I'll find PC on both of you. new case.
Okay.
So,
All right. Thank you, Judge.
And that's where we leave this case for now. The judge is doing everything in her power to help Porter Powell, even after his explosive outburst in the courtroom. Instead of throwing the book at him, she's reaching out to mental health professionals to see if there's a more intensive, longer-lasting program that can actually address his needs. Powell will remain in custody until Thursday, when they'll reconvene to discuss the next steps. This case highlights a massive issue in our justice system. How do we balance compassion and rehabilitation with public safety? Powell clearly needs help, but his repeated offenses and violent threats raise serious concerns. Will a longer mental health program be the solution, or is this a cycle that will just keep repeating? What do you think? Should the system keep giving him chances? Or is it time for a different approach? Drop your comments below. We want to hear from you. And if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with anyone who loves courtroom drama, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping legal breakdowns. We'll be following up on Powell's case, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.